Hey guys, today I'm going to be leading you through a quick stretching routine to help you get your front splits. So a lot of this routine is going to be focused on our hamstrings and our hips, as usually those are the spots that are the tightest and they're preventing us from being able to do the splits. I'd also like to remind you that getting your splits is going to take a lot of time and dedication. You need to be consistent with stretching to get your splits. Just because you go through this routine isn't going to make you magically be able to do the splits, but it is a perfect quick little routine that you can throw into your day-to-day life that will help you in achieving those goals to get your front splits. So all you need today is something soft beneath you, and also just make sure that you can see your screen so you can follow along with me. And without further ado, let's get to it. Alright guys, first up we're going to start with our feet. Nice and wide, just take a big inhale up and exhale, come down. Hands touch the mat. Just kind of hang here for a little bit. You can rock your hips side to side, just try and get everything nice and loose. So we're going to start on one side. I'm going to start with my left side, so I'm going to turn both my toes, my whole body, everything is facing the left wall. And I'm just going to hold here and make sure that you are driving, if you are starting with your left side, you're driving that right hip forward, and that will really increase the stretch in your left hamstring. So send that left hip back and your right hip forward. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible, and you can walk your hands out as far as you can. If this is too much of a stretch for you, you can prop yourself up either on above your knees or on your shin. And from here, we're going to pop it down into a lunge, so hands on either side of your left foot. Your right hip is drawing right toward the ground, and your right foot is popped. So you're going to feel the stretch here a little bit in your hip flexor. And from here, your feet aren't going to move, you're just going to straighten that front leg and send that back heel into the floor. And I want you to try and keep your body as close as you can to your front leg while keeping your legs nice and straight. Again, drive that right hip forward and your left hip back. You'll really feel a stretch in your left hamstring. And pop it back down into a lunge. And once more, send yourself back. Stretch those legs. And back down into a lunge. You're going to drop your right knee and you're going to prop yourself up on your left leg, drawing that right hip down into the floor, keeping that upper body nice and lifted so you really feel that stretch in the front of your right hip. If you want to increase the stretch, you can lift the arms up and lift yourself slightly backward, or you can place your left hand on your knee and reach slightly over to the left side. Really sink deep into this stretch. Good, bring it back to center, hands on either side of your leg. You're gonna untuck your back foot and push yourself back here. Again, draw that left hip back, your right hip forward. If you want to increase the stretch here, you can flex your front foot, so toes up to the ceiling, and you're gonna walk your fingertips as far as you can forward. Again, if this is too much, you can hold here, keep that front foot down on the floor, but really try and feel that stretch and hold it. And bring yourself back forward into a lunge. Draw that right hip down toward the floor and send it back. Keep that left leg nice and straight. Good, and come back into a lunge. You're gonna put your hands on the outside of your foot, and you're gonna heel toe to the side. So you're coming down into almost like a pigeon pose. You can tuck your front foot in a little bit. Now I want you to focus on drawing that right hip to the floor, keeping your hips nice and square, and you're gonna push your body up. So your head is going as tall as you can to the ceiling, and you're really gonna feel that stretch in your hip flexor. Try to keep your back leg nice and straight if you can. Good, and come down. We're just gonna hold here for a little bit. So you can prop yourself up on your forearms, you can place your forehead on the floor, or you can just hold like so. Good, prop yourself back up on your hands. We're gonna come back into a lunge. But this time, we're gonna go into almost like an extended lunge or almost like a half split. So you're going to kind of scooch your back leg out a little bit and then walk your front foot forward. So I'm kind of in like this extended lunge or half split position. Now this is probably a real good stretch for a lot of you. This is a good position to just kind of hold. You want to make sure that your hips are nice and square, so you're drawing your left hip back and right hip forward. Really make sure that you're putting your weight into the heels of your hands, and you can just sit and hold this position. As you get more flexible, you can increase, come down a little bit more, flex that front foot. And if you're ready to go into your split, you can pop down into your split and hold from here. So you can hold this position for as long as you feel comfortable. I mean, it is going to be uncomfortable because it is a stretch. But we are going to move to the other side. So come back into that center position, feet nice and wide, palms on the floor. Your left hip should be nice and loose if you started off with that left side. We're going to move to the right. So everything is pointed toward the wall. My right hip is being drawn back and my left hip forward. And from here, we're coming down into a lunge, hands on either side. You're gonna feel the stretch in your left hip flexor. Make sure that left hip is being drawn towards the floor. I'm gonna say this a million times, but it's so important when you're really focusing on stretching those hamstrings and your hips, that your hips are square. Otherwise, you're not getting that full effect of the stretch. And from here, without moving your feet, you're going to straighten your front leg. Draw that right hip back. And back down into a lunge. And press it back once more. Good, back down into lunge. You're gonna drop that left knee, prop yourself up on your leg, drive that left hip into the floor, and press that upper body up nice and straight. Again, if you want to increase the stretch, arms come up. You can lean backwards, or you can lean to the right. Really sink into this stretch. Allow yourself to feel nice and heavy here. Good, hands on either side of that foot. Again, you're gonna untuck that back foot. And we're pressing ourselves back into this hamstring stretch, drawing that right hip back so you're really feeling that stretch. And you can flex the front foot to increase the intensity of this stretch. Walk those fingertips forward. Keep that back nice and flat if you can. And forward back into a lunge. And back once more. And back into a lunge. Hands on the outside of your foot. Heel toe that foot to the side, down into a pigeon pose. You can tuck that front leg a little bit and draw this right hip right down into the floor and press that upper body up. Try to straighten that back leg and draw that hip down into the floor. Good, and lean down forward as far as you can go, where you feel comfortable to hold this stretch for a few moments. Good, and prop yourself back up. We're moving back into a lunge. So this is where we're going into almost like our extended lunge. So kind of scooch out that front foot to get yourself in this position. So again, you can hold here. As you get more flexible, you can walk that foot a little bit more forward, flex that front foot. And if you feel comfortable, you can pop it down into your split if you are there. If not, you just hold. And again, you can hold for as long as you feel comfortable, but other than that, that is it, guys. All right, guys, so I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed this quick little stretch session for getting your front splits. If you enjoyed this one, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Leave me your feedback down below. I'm always listening to your feedback, and I'm always welcoming all your comments, so thank you guys so much. And if you're new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss another video from me, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!